date, and hopefully it should be. I figure if he's telling me the middle of July, then add a couple of weeks of fudge factor, and then, so by the end of July, he should be done by the end of July until August the 8th. I'd like to be able to say it's done.
So when you say done, you're talking about off of the substandard
Yes,
list?
finished.
What about windows?
He was gonna get somebody to do the glass. I haven't. He was looking into it. I haven't. I'm not doing it myself.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, that's understandable.
Marvin, do you have any comments or recommendations?
No, I think we went over everything. I held up the permits as council has let me do before, even though it expired on May 13th, until we got to this meeting tonight, as to we know the direction of what date to put on the permits that we're going to renew.
So would it be your recommendation that we extend this to August 8th?
Yes, sir.
And the renewal of the permits, I guess there was a fee associated.
Yes, sir.
He paid the fee, was there a fee?
Yes, sir. You understand that?
yes. What I don't understand is I got a permit that had a whole bunch of stuff on it on March, and then Steve said it was expired at the end of March, and I looked at it, and so.
It actually expired May 13th.
Okay.
Because it goes with the time limits that the council set.
All right. So I need to get another general building permit?
We need to renew it,
Yeah, okay.
all of them.
All right. Well, by all of them,
All of the building, not the electrical,
okay.
it's done. Building, and you haven't done your plumbing yet, so we need a permit for your plumbing.
Okay, well, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it'll have to be a licensed plumber.
Mhm.
And then, whatever you had on the building that's still going on.
Right. Okay.
The remodeling part would have to.
Sure. Okay. I understand that. Okay, just was.
Okay.
You want a motion to extend the building order till August 8th?
Yes, sir, he thinks you can finish it by the end of July, but that's totally up to the council. That's
I'll make a
our
motion to
recommendation.
extend the building order till August 8th. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. All opposed?
A building order? Well, that's what they call it.
Yeah, it's an order of the Building Board of Appeals,
Okay.
because it's
All right.
substandard.
Okay.
That's the order that
All
we're
right.
talking about.
Okay.
The one you got originally issued back in December.
Okay.
Building order's good, a bulldoze order's bad.
Yes, I've snapped at that point.
Well,
All right,
good luck, I hope
that's
you
it.
get it done before then.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Mayor.
Darren, I think,
Mr. Hernandez.
yeah, Mr. Hernandez.
So we're going to go back to number 10, Adrian Hernandez requesting refund of deposit due to the cancellation of May 20th, 2023 event on May 17th, 2023 for the event center.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
Good, how about yourself?
Good. I understand you put down a deposit to rent the building, and you didn't rent the building, and now you want your money back.
Yeah,
I'm just curious what you think a deposit is.
it's a hold, that's basically what the deposit that I put to hold that date, so.
So we held it for you, didn't rent it for somebody else, to anybody else, and you want your money back now.
So, the plan was to do the party on the 20th, everything was going fine, until, I believe it was on the 17th, which was Wednesday night. I got a call at 7:30 from the people that we were making the plan to, and something unexpected happened. Can't really give details on that, but that happened, in which case we weren't able to. I understand that the last day that I had to tell the place was Monday, which is a week, which is 7 days prior. So everything was going fine until that Wednesday. So it's not out of we were going to do the event, just something happened.
But my understanding is that you didn't call them and let them know when something came up.
Thursday
They
they're
ended up
closed.
having to call you.
Thursday they're closed, so I was unable to call. And Friday is when I got the call in the morning. So they actually called me with no about a call. So
Okay.
that day after,
So,
which
would
was,
you explain that again,
So when-
The
yeah.
center called you Friday morning?
the center called me Friday because Thursday they're closed. I was gonna call Thursday,
Your event was Friday night? or-
my event was Saturday.
Okay.
So
And
they,
did you tell them on Friday?
yes, so they called me early in the morning, yes.
They knew on Friday.
Yes, they called me early in the morning. I would say it was around 9 o'clock in the morning, I don't recall. And I don't remember who I talked to, but they were just verifying, and that's when I told them, I talked to the people on Wednesday, and they told me that it was not gonna be available to do the party. So that's when I told them, well, it's not gonna be available. She said, okay, that's fine, I just wanted to verify, because it is one day before. So Monday was the last day, but I got let know Wednesday, which is unfortunate, but that's what happened. It was not because we were not gonna do it, or,
Give us I'm just curious what kind of party you were having.
it was a get-together for a friend that we had here for 6 months, went to school, and he was going back to California.
Going away party?
So I'm not gonna be there, so
Yeah.
there's no reason on the
Yeah.
party.
Something he had to buy for California,
Yeah.
unfortunately, yeah. So,
Is there anything you'd like to add to this?
Well, yes, it was, Friday, he's correct on that.
So this is
But it
Shirley
was more like-
Bloomfield,
He
who
knows,
is,
he's talking.
yeah.
He was like 2:30 or 3 o'clock before we called him, said,
Oh,
what's happening with are you, because he didn't come in and finish paying or anything, right?
Okay.
So we hadn't heard from him.
Well,
He didn't let us know. So, we didn't say anything, just let it go. He came in the following week, wanting his deposit. So I told him, I said, well, all I have to go by is my paperwork and what it says. So I said, if you want to contest it, go to the council meeting. We told him
What
to
does your
say.
paperwork say? What does your paperwork say?
oh, I didn't
No,
know.
I mean, her, I mean.
Oh,
Oh, it's 5 days. He's supposed to let us know 5 days to cancel, you know.
and it's
And this was
in the
the day
packet here
before.
with his signature.
Yeah.
Something happened that was under,
Not under his control.
and again, if we were gonna do it, it's not that I'm trying to hustle my 300 back, because I work part-time with my father, so it's not really about anything that has to do with that. It's just something happened, an unfortunate event, and we had everything planned, so.
But when Shirley called him, it was like I said, 2:30 to 3. He said, I forgot. I meant to call you and so forth.
Kind of the part that concerns me is the fact you didn't reach out to them, but
And we would have been there. The monitor would have been there Saturday, ready to work for him. And we wouldn't have known until we called him like 2 or 3 o'clock.
What's what's the dollar amount?
$300. While you guys are thinking about this, I've got to tell you, okay? We've had many, many boring meetings here, council meetings, right? You guys are wonderful. Shirley and I went to Fort Worth, downtown Fort Worth Council. It was a circus. Oh, my gosh. This big black lady gets up there, stomping that stiletto and trying to get her way and everything. And I said, I think I'm ready to leave. Well, she was, that security had to haul her off. And then after her was this little man, and he was yelling and screaming about freedom and jumping up and down, and the security had to take him up the steps, and he was screaming all the way up the steps, all the way down the hallway. It's like a amphitheater. I don't know if you guys been up there, the floor goes down and all the seats. And I said, well, I'm ready to leave. So anyway, sorry.
Google Godly, Texas City Council. Okay.
well, I don't know what everybody else is thinking, but, I mean, there was nothing lost. I'm sure it wasn't gonna be rented to begin with. It's like, I don't know if anybody else was on the book. Yes, it was unfortunate something bad happened or whatever happened and he was unavailable. I mean, if we can't give him his whole 300, at least